So, ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome. This is Dr. Shafi, and we are going to start our session now. The topic for today's Zoom session is the water in you. That means the water that is present in all of us, in our body, in our each and every cell. Let me introduce myself once again. I am the product marketing manager for Amezcua category, a category which is completing 18 years this year. That means when August 2024, completes, we are completing 18 years with Amezcua, a brand which already 18 years in the market, reaching out to millions of people. Already it says a lot about the kind of impact our products have on our health and wellness. So I really want you to give your 100% for this particular session. Unfortunately, I cannot do it in Hindi. I know that a lot of you guys are joining from India, a lot of parts of, states of India. Probably we will plan to do a Hindi session maybe next week. But for the benefit of everybody, the global audience, this session will be in English. And it is recorded, so no need to worry. Okay, great. As you see, guys, QNet has launched 26th anniversary logo, and the title or the theme of this year is so bright, vibrant, colorful, isn't it? Just by looking at it, you actually can understand that it is very colorful, very vibrant, and that's the reason why this year is actually called as Rise Again. You have to rise again and live that state of mind which was your peak in your career, or maybe in the last 10 years or 5 years when you are at your peak in terms of performance, in terms of your delivery, in terms of your passion. So you have to go back to that level, and that's the reason why championing you from QNet will be reflected in every single aspect of our communication. Yes, great. So as you see, the vibrant colors, our products are displayed in a very colorful theme of championing you. And as today's topic revolves around, having lots of energy and lots of passion, isn't it? When you are a networker, when you're actually going out and meeting people, I want you to be at your 100% best, right? That means I want you to really give your 100%. Whatever you do, whether you talk to prospects, you present the plan, you present our products, you need to be at your 100% best, whether it's your energy levels, your composure, whether your conviction about the products. Am I making sense? So you need to understand the concept of this water in our body, how we can enhance the quality in this ingredient called water. For that, I want to explain to you, or I want to explain a theory which is very popular. And how many of you have watched a movie called Titanic? I'm sure you have seen the movie, right? Titanic. So I'm actually showing you a small theory, but that explains a lot about our health, the way that today we are looking at our health. Yes, you have seen Titanic movie. I can see some of your hands can go up, or you can write in the chat. Yes, yeah. What do you remember about Titanic? Probably you have remembered about this hero and heroine, right? Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, right? But it's not about the love story that we are talking about here. The captain of the ship, the captain of the Titanic ship, when it met with an accident, just moments before it hit the iceberg, he saw the iceberg from the distance, and he even maneuvered the ship actually away from what he can see in the form of iceberg. But the problem was, what actually caused the damage was the way iceberg is actually built itself. Only 10% of it is visible to the eyes. 90% is submerged beneath the surface level or sea level or water level, and it is expanding in all directions. That means it's expanded in different directions. So you can only see 10%. If I apply this theory to today's our health and wellness, that means your body, your health, your wellness, the humanity is the Titanic ship. Imagine that your health is Titanic and you are the captain of your ship, right? You are responsible for your health and you are driving your ship called Titanic. And you look at through your binoculars the threats that can damage your health, damage your Titanic ship is only 10%. But 90% factors that can damage your health are hidden, they're submerged. We call it unperceived reality. Unperceived reality means you think they don't exist. You take it for granted. If you want to improve your health, you must take into consideration of these invisible threats of unperceived reality of 90% to save your Titanic, to save your wellness, to improve your wellness. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying, right? So this iceberg model of theory clearly explains that we need to up our game. We need to take control of our self-care. So now we are literally going into the problem. What exactly today our life looks like in terms of lifestyle, in terms of what we put into our body. Our life today, look at the way that we are running around, like it's a rat race, right? From the time you wake up, everything has to be done super fast. You are chasing, you are stressing yourself to a level where you are sacrificing your sleep, you're sacrificing so many things in your journey, which can potentially affect your health. Okay. No exercise, sleep very late, a lot of stress that is coming from various aspects of your, dimensions of your life, whether it is from your work, whether it's from your family, whether it's from your social relationships, whether it is from social media, doesn't matter. There are so many aspects from where you are taking the stress. On top of it, there are two factors which are also damaging us a lot. Number one, our food. What we are putting into our body today, as you see, this particular slide clearly shows that most of the food today that we eat are fast foods, junk foods, the foods which are processed and stored or preserved in the freezer. So when you actually try and see if you cook a fresh vegetable or even rice, say for the sake, just for easy understanding, many of you probably eating rice at least one time a day, right? Or a curry that is made of vegetables, right? Can you store after cooking? Okay, outside. I'm not talking about freezing, yeah? I'm not talking about any other device. Just keeping it in a room temperature in your house more than 2 days or more than one day, like keeping it outside, yeah? The shelf life of a cooked vegetable probably 6 to 8 hours. After that, it start to get bacteria already. All the germs are already started to invade it. But how come the shelf life of processed foods are a couple of years? Have you ever asked this question? What they are adding in it that makes it so fresh for so long? They add lots and lots of salt. They add so many artificial preservatives, and they have so many kinds of, harmful substances for our body, but they are good for shelf life of those products. That's the problem, because we Even if you look at our ancestors, always used fresh vegetables, fresh leaves, either consuming fresh fruits, not storing them, for a longer period of time. Because even in the refrigerator, when you store food, it attracts germs. It attracts after 24 hours, even the food in the refrigerator will start to, cooked food will start to change its composition. There are so many studies already conducted on top of it. But here, one very important study that you all need to understand is the study of Dr. Otto H. Warburg. Dr. Otto H. Warburg, he conducted a test on a living cell. That means he took one cell and he started to change the environment inside to acidic environment. Do you understand what is acidic environment, what is alkaline environment, and what is neutral environment? Acidic environment basically means your body, which is pH supposed to be at 7.3 of that cell, when it drops below 7, like 6.5, then 6, then 5.5, like that, it is becoming acidic. So by adding all unhealthy diet, your cell can become acidic. So when a healthy cell of 7.3 pH, purposely made acidic in the laboratory and started to drop the pH to 6.5. Once it started to drop below 6, the same healthy looking cell earlier now start to multiply uncontrollably. Can you imagine? Your healthy cell right now is multiplying uncontrollably. Do you know any condition where your cells are multiplying uncontrollably? That is nothing but cancer, isn't it? So today, our diet can literally cause the problems of this big C's, what we call. Okay. Now we are going to the second most important ingredient of our body, which is supposed to be water, but we are drinking poison, and billions of us drink this poison every day. And that is nothing but sugar. The sugar that is added in so many, I'm going to give you some examples. This sugar is part and parcel of almost 70 to 80% of today's diet. Look at kids eating chips. Rice ultimately becomes, if you take out the starch, it is nothing but carbohydrates, which become sugar. So our body requires only 25 grams of sugar, but today we are eating 71 grams average per day. That means almost 3 times. Okay. And when we actually go to a movie, you remember these 3 different types of options. You have option to buy small, medium, or large. Just to give you perspective, if you have taken small, that is already 1 day consumption of your sugar. That means almost 24 grams of sugar. If you take the middle one, you are already taking 44 grams of sugar from that 1 can of Coke or a Pepsi or any kind of soda. A third one, the large one, is 70 grams, which is almost like 3 days consumption of sugar. You complete within that span of 2 hours of a movie. And on top of it, you will also take other stuff. Yeah, maybe fried stuff with sauces, right? Sauces have very high amount of sugar. So literally today, we are dumping all these stuff, bad stuff like sugary stuff into our body. And the only thing that can protect us is the water that we are drinking. So the water in us plays very important role. As you can see in this slide, our body composition of water is approximately 70%. It varies, depends on age. It varies, depends on various other factors. But on average, our body 70% contains water, and drinking water has so many functions that you see. It maintains fluid balance, muscle fuel, that means responsible for generating energy, clears the skin, productivity or boosting energy levels. It removes the toxins, it greases the joints. Yep. And like that, you have so many. And this water today, we are not drinking enough. That means we are literally dehydrated. So, as you see, according to WHO, in 2020 alone, only 1 year, 74% of the global population struggled to have safe drinking water service, which leads to a huge dehydration, right? And more than 663 million people do not have, even today, there is no regular supply of drinking water. So what is it means? What actually it means that today we are ignoring one of the most important ingredient of our body, which is water, which composes of 70% of water. So when you ignore this particular ingredient, your health can lead to, it can take a big hit, and also it will have more and more problems even for mentally. You feel tired, you lack motivation, you will have a problem with your thinking, you will have sudden blackouts, you will have lots of problems just by ignoring the main ingredient of your body. And on top of it, today, if I have to offer you, your kids, just try this experiment with your kids. When they are feeling thirsty, you offer them a plain glass of water as the first option. Second option, a healthy carrot juice or beetroot juice. And the third one is a chilled can of a Coke or a Pepsi. Yeah. Ask your kid which one he chooses to quench his thirst. You understand what I mean? Your kids will go for the option of Coke because they are conditioned or they are influenced by various kinds of advertisements, where various kinds of, the famous stars are promoting it. But when you consume it, it is fully acidic. Remember the comparison that I mentioned? One can of Coke actually has around 24 small packets of sugar, which you only add one or two when you actually take a cup of coffee. It has got 24 sachet of sugar in one can. And you dump it into your body, it makes it acidic. That means your entire body becomes acidic over and over again. The more cans that you're putting in, the more damage it is happening, right? And for just comparison's sake, if you consumed a can of soda, only one can of 330 ml to 500 ml, the amount of acidic environment or the amount of damage that is caused by these acidic compounds, if you want to get rid of it, that means if you want to cleanse it, you need 32 glasses of drinking water. That is a basic comparison. That much water is required to cleanse the acidic compounds that are being added to our body. And the research says that, like Dr. Alexis Carrel, who won Nobel Prize in 1912, he is the father of in vitro embryology. He did research on chicken cells, which are directly taken from a chicken, kept in the laboratory alive for 34 years. Just imagine you are preserving the heart cells of the chicken for 34 years. After 34 years, he created a life from those heart cells, like a test tube baby. By the way, he is the inventor responsible for kids that are today who are born, in the laboratory. We call it as IVF, the methods of IVF, surrogacy, you can call it test tube babies, clones, all of those things. It's called in vitro embryology. He is the father of in vitro embryology. And he wrote in his book that the success of his research is because he was using fresh water to shower these heart cells every day, and he was able to extend the life for another 24 hours. That means water is life. He's so convinced that water is life. My question to all of you, okay, we have over 100 participants in this room. I mean, 100 terminals are connected. I know that some of you are 100 people in one terminal, right? So that means we are actually around 200 to 300 people now. Do you all agree that water plays an important role in our life? Yes? If yes, you can just use the chat, use reactions, no problem. You can actually show or participate. Yes, absolutely. Like Vinith, just raise the hand. Yeah, that's it. Or maybe use the thumb. Yeah, there is a thumbs up. You can actually agree to the statement, water is life, which is scientifically proven, right? It is not me saying it is actually coming from the scientists who have done the research. When water is so important, we need to ask ourselves, what is the best form of the water that we should be drinking every day? Look at the today's water. I mean, look at what water today we are drinking at our home or every day in your life. What kind of water you're drinking? The water which is actually coming from taps? Do you think it is safe? The water you're buying from the supermarkets, which are in the form of plastic bottles or 20-liter cans, they are RO waters, right? Are there any best waters in the world? Are the better waters in the world? Even today, rainwater you cannot trust because the flights which are actually going up in the sky, they emit all the hydrocarbons, all the waste products of this petrol that is burnt in the flights actually convert into clouds. And when they rain, acidic rains. The land is totally damaged by industrial waste being dumped. Our rivers are contaminated. So the answer for this question is natural spring water, the water which is actually available naturally in beautiful places across the globe. Let me give you a couple of examples for your easy understanding, okay? And before that, let us see what are these properties that separate ordinary water to these ultimate waters. The properties right now that you are seeing on your screen, which says that these waters last long, keeps you young, keeps us healthy, it refreshes us when we shower with it, keeps us free from the diseases, help us live long, full of minerals, and taste great. All of these things you will find very hardly in our regular waters. Probably half of them are missing, maybe one or two are left. But when you have all these ultimate water features, the examples what I'm going to give, you will find those kind of benefits. Number one, there is a place in Kashmir, which is in Karakoram Mountains. The place name is called Hunza. Hunza is the name, which is actually a beautiful lake. I'm going to show you the picture. You'll understand how beautiful it is, right? You see the picture? Isn't it lovely? Okay, you have the Himalayan stretch at the back. You have a beautiful lake. And then you have this mountain, stretch, the valleys, and then the trees. And there are several villages around Hunza. And the people who are living around Hunza, they drink the water from Hunza. And you take a flight right now and go to this place. That means you are going to meet the villagers, the people who are living in Hunza, right? They live above 100 years. Their average lifespan is above 100 years. They have 5 generations in one photo frame. Can you imagine? This is the vitality. These are the stories of the people who are directly drinking the structured water, the best waters in the world from this place called Hunza. And such kind of places, we have 14 currently in the world. And another one very popular example that you can give is Zamzam water from Mecca, which has also got the amazing germicidal benefits, and water from Ganges. In India, the river called Ganga, right? But when you go to the places like Rishikesh and Haridwar, where the Ganga river flows and people take a dip, right? It is not the place where it's supposed to be tested. You have to go to the origin of Ganga. That means you have to go to the origin, which is called Gangotri, where glaciers melt and convert into rivers. And that water when you test, when you actually take a glass of water of Ganga, the Ganges, and you put a bacteria called Vibrio cholera. Vibrio cholera is the bacteria name. And when you put that bacteria, which is deadly, it can kill a human being in 7 days. And that bacteria is dropped into this water called Ganga, Ganges. The bacteria will be dead in 3 hours. In 3 hours, the bacteria will be killed. Whereas the same bacteria thrives in a boiled water even after 48 hours. Even after 48 hours, this bacteria is still alive. And I'm going to show you the latest research on water having fourth phase. This is exactly the game changer. That means water has fourth stage. We only know that water can be a vapor, which is actually like a gas. Water can be like an ice, which is a solid. Water can be in the liquid form. And there is another stage, which is the most important and most active, most powerful stage of the water. And that is called the fourth phase of water. I'm going to play a video, guys, okay? Just tell me whether you are able to hear it or not.
From when I was a kid, I've always been intrigued with water and how we interact with it. Since then, traveling the world snowboarding, the concept for this trip evolved to follow the hydrological cycle around the North Pacific. Really attempting to immerse oneself in the elements and see how this whole thing works. It's been incredible.
As children, we're all motivated to find the truth. A child looks around and is learning truths all the time. We have this natural tendency to explore. I'm Gerald Pollack, and I'm a professor of bioengineering at the University of Washington in Seattle. It can be really challenging to keep an open mind in these days. Scientists have become more hesitant to challenge perceived truth. How are you doing, Lee? So it's working?
Yeah.
There are some books that suggest that essentially we've kind of reached the limit of what there is to know. I'm shocked by this perception. There are many aspects of water that we see every day, and we don't really understand them. These are questions that need answers. We all learned that water has 3 phases: solid state, the liquid state, and also the vapor state. However, you can't explain all the known properties of water with 3 phases alone. You need a 4th phase. What's the 4th phase? With an energetic input, water molecules undergo massive change. They become ordered, they acquire charge, all of this energy to create the order.
You guys are looking at water making bridge. That means if the water is in its 4th stage, it can form a bridge as well between the 2 beacons of the beakers of the vessels, like small containers. So interesting.
Water comes from light. We began with experiments to try to learn more. We noticed something that seemed almost magical. Every one of the tests that we did showed that this water was different from ordinary water. The individual molecules actually linked together to form a hexagon, and then many hexagons. We can understand why snowflakes are hexagonal. They actually form from the 4th phase of water. After some time, there seemed to be enough evidence to indicate that this was a distinctly different phase of water. You might ask what implications it has for us. We're approximately 2/3 water. Most of the water inside of our cells, they're filled with fourth phase water. This could be central to all of what goes on in the biology of the cell. This is going to lead the way to a better understanding of how cells function.
I think part of the beauty of
Okay, so as I just showed you right now, there is hexagonal crystal structure, which is scientifically proven. And one of the scientists that you just heard from is Dr. Gerald Pollack from USA. He is one of the pioneer. He's a frontier of the water research, all the science. And this hexagonal structure you can see in all these mountain spring waters are the best waters in the world. They are so beautiful, like crystals that you see. We have 6 protrusions, and this water only can be seen. This structure only can be seen in these waters. How many of you would like to drink this kind of water every day? How many of you would like to have this kind of water given to you every day? That is the $1,000,000 question, right? How can we get structured water every day of our life? We have only limited options, yeah? So option number 1, pack your bags and you have to go to nearest mountain spring. Pack your bags and just go to nearest mountain spring and stay there, drink as much of water that you want, and you have free access. Nobody will charge you, right? If you are actually at Gangotri and you are taking water from there, I'm sure nobody is going to charge you. Or you have second option where you can buy these waters from the market, at the marketplace, like Avian, for example. 1 liter cost you a bomb, already $3 to $5 already now. If you have a family of 5 people and everybody drinks the minimum quantity that is required, like 3 to 4 liters, you have to spend $1,000 every month to buy this water for your entire family. Cost is very expensive, isn't it? I have the third option. After 15 years of research, in 2006, QNet launched the first ever water structurizing product. And today, the third version of it is right in front of you available, and it is called Amezcua Biodisc 3. In some markets, it's called Geometry Disc, but globally, this product is Amezcua Biodisc 3. This product is phenomenal in changing the molecular structure of the drinking water back to its original structure, which is hexagonal crystal structure. So, what is biodisc? So that's the biodisc, and I'm showing you the product right now. Guys, this is the biodisc. It may look like a piece of glass. It may look like a paperweight. Some people may even said, once I was training in Dubai, I asked, visually, how does it look like? One person said it looks like ashtray. But it is not just a simple glass. It is borosilicate glass with 14 minerals and 2 crystals inside. 14 minerals are proprietary. We will not disclose to the world, whereas 2 crystals, diamond powder and clear quartz. clear quartz. We are telling to the world that these 2 ingredients of crystals are inside and 14 minerals which are proprietary. They are inside that creates energy field, and it has a beautiful drawn geometric design on top of it that has got a harmonizing benefit. Sacred geometry. The design is part of sacred geometry, and each and every disc undergoes a special process of energization. That means we activate the minerals which are present inside the disk for over 7 days. So that means you have minerals and crystals inside, their energy levels, and this energy field is expanded, activated by using a special process of activation, which is proprietary. So when you put a glass of water, like the first way of using it, like put a glass of water, or you can also choose to pour it. That means run over the biodisk. The water gets energized, or it goes back to its previous original structure. That means the water has the hexagonal structure. You can place on top of it for 15 minutes, or you can pour it and instantly you will get the structure in it. That is one of the way to use it. Either you place a glass of water on top of it for 15 minutes. That means 1 liter takes 15 minutes. Or you can take the biodisk and pour the water touching the disk, and instantly the water get energized. You can also supercharge by pouring it again and again. It doesn't only stop with the drinking water. That means the benefits of structurizing not limited only to the water. You can energize anything that has water as one of its component. So you can energize juices, you can energize food, you can energize green leaves, vegetables, even medicines, because they have humidity as one of the factor. You can place the biodisk in between your laptop and you, where the design has a harmonizing benefit. You can place the biodisk 3 inside a refrigerator, where the energy can flow through the entire refrigerator, because in the refrigerator the air is moving, the energy, the cold air is moving, so it can pick up the frequency, and your fruits and vegetables shelf life will get extended. Last time when I went to Africa, to Uganda, okay, one of the testimony that was shared for this shelf life extension, avocado fruit, very popular in African, especially tropical places, right? Uganda, Kenya, all these places, avocado is plenty available. So when you pluck a avocado from the tree and you put it on the table, open place, in 24 hours, it will get supple. You will find dots coming on top of it, and it will become supple in 24 hours. If you put in the refrigerator, maximum 4 days, it will stay fresh, max to max 7 days. But when they placed close to the biodisk inside the refrigerator, that means there is avocado and the biodisk is kept next to it. The avocado was fresh and strong, you know, and very fresh for 30 days, 1 month. That is the shelf life extension. You can try with your green leaves, like you have so many green leaves that you buy and you keep it in the refrigerator and you see them within 2 to 3 days, they are getting spoiled. Don't worry. You can actually wash them first in the energized water and then dry it and then put it inside and place one biodisk inside your refrigerator. You will find the shelf life extending in your fruits, vegetables, milk, meat, whatever that you put it inside your refrigerator. And then you can wash with the energized water, your face, your body, your shower with it also can. It will help hydration of your skin. You can use all the regular routines of your cosmetics, whether you're applying face wash, shampoo can be energized. You can energize even your makeup that is applying on your that you apply on your skin. You can even try putting your shaving blade on top of it, which is old, and you can see that it actually get rid of impurities and it become better in terms of cleaning your hair. That means its sharpness, you can find it better. You carry on your body, you with the biodisk close to your body, you can actually see the difference in your energy levels. You will be energized. That energy levels will go up in your body. You can even give it to your pets, animals, even fish in your tank. You can give it to plants. You will find the plants enjoy the energy. They grow very healthy. And there is also another benefit of using in a device called BioLight. So a BioLight is a device that emits light like this, and it has different colors: red, green, blue, white, and there is a center infrared. And this BioLight is an accessory for the biodisc, where you can just open the lid of it and you place the biodisc in the slot and you close it. And now you are using the biodisc energy through the light, go deep into your tissues, deep into your body. If you have neck pain, use it on the neck. If you have thyroid problem, use it on the thyroid problem. If you have liver problem, change the color to green and shine it. If you have a problem with your nerves, use the blue color. If you have no problems, just use white color to activate your organs or activate your energy centers. So you have a fantastic opportunity with the biodisc to use along with a device called BioLight. So BioLight is a separate product. Okay, BioLight is a separate product from the biodisc. There are two products. This is biodisc and this is BioLight. So BioLight, you have to use it along with the biodisc to see the benefits, to see the maximum benefits. So I'm going to play a video of various occasions in a day that you can use the biodisc. And I have a video of Japan Institute who conducted the study on regular tap water in their laboratory, then energized using the biodisc, and they have tested the structure under a microscope. Let's watch them. Guys, looking at just looking at this picture, you understand the difference of what is the structure of tap water and how the same tap water treated with the Amezcua Biodisc 3 changes its formation of molecules within it. That means the water is still H2O, but how they connect with other H2O to create a structure. That means when you build a house, a brick is the basic unit, but how you put a brick on the brick on the brick to make it the shape, the design, the structure, that is different. And our body cells, cell wall of our body has a memory towards the structured of or the hexagonal structure. So if you drink this water, which is structured water, you will have better absorption, better hydration, better penetration, carries all the nutrition into your cells. You will have better oxygen carried to your cells. You will have better detoxification, and you will have better immune system. So all these benefits were tested, scientifically validated performed on humans as a clinical study. That means one group of people who drank ordinary water, the same brand of water, for 1 month, and another group drank the same water energized on the biodisc every day 1 liter for the next 30 days, and their blood test was taken, their heart rate variability was taken, their energy tests were conducted, there so many 12 to 15 parameters were tested, and the results were mind-blowing. The group that were drinking structured water from the biodisc, their kidney functioning has improved, their stress levels have reduced, their bad cholesterol converted into good cholesterol, they have got fantastic sympathetic parasympathetic nervous system stimulus, their stress levels, like I mentioned, heart rate variability became very balanced. All of these things are researched, published in the Journal of Applied Biotechnology and Bioengineering. Then we also studied scientific study of the water itself, comparing with other waters. And we also tested seed germination test. We also tested plants. We also tested vegetables treated with the biodisc water, how their energy levels have improved. And this test published in the world #2 journal on wellness called International Journal of Complementary and Alternative Medicine. Then we also tested comparative study of other structurizing devices. And the report says that biodisc stood #1. That means we won the World Cup. If it is the contest of structurizing the water, compared to the competitors, I mean, what are the competitors? There is a certain frequency, there is certain magnetic therapy, there is certain plate, purple plate, or there is a pyramid that can also claim structurizing the water. But we stood #1 with 83% of efficacy within a few minutes of activating the water with the Biodisc 3. And it is published, this entire study is published in Water Journal. Okay, how can you get access to all these scientific studies of Biodisc 3? All you need to do is go to www.amezcua.com. That is the one-stop shop, amezcua.com. Amezcua.com is the place where you can click and access all the scientific documents that we have, all the certificates that we have, and you can go through it, you can show it to your prospects. But ultimately, guys, if you really take care of your health, if you really want to enhance your health, enhance your wellness, you need to take self-care into your hands. It is the high time that you should start drinking the best water, and the quantity of water per day also need to be checked in. Okay, so we are on social media. You have Amezcua official for Instagram, we have Amezcua worldwide for the Facebook, where we conduct a lot of trainings, we upload a lot of videos, we have a lot of activities that are going on, and there are a lot of events that are coming up, right? It is your opportunity to grab all these products at a phenomenal, at a fantastic promo prices. I forgot to mention that the biodisc works 30 years. One Amezcua Biodisc 3, its lifespan is 30 years. I have made several videos. Actually, what I can do is I'll share, okay, I'll just stop here. I'll share the resource of all the videos, and this resource will help you to understand various products. I mean, we have got plenty of products. We have got so many products that you can actually, you can go through. We have videos of it. So I'm sharing the link, and this link you can click and you can actually subscribe to get access to all the videos. Just hold on, let me, yeah. We have close to 30 plus videos over there, yeah. So right now I'm going to take questions from the audience. One of the best way to answer all your questions is you raise your hand, and then I give you unmute. I give you access to unmute, and then you can ask your question. So I can go with, is Dr. Vaishali want to ask a question? That's why I raised the hand. I have already given access to you. If not, Surya, you can go ahead. I have already given you access.
Hello, Dr.
Hi.
Shafi. I'm Dr. Surya from Indonesia.
Yes, 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 Dr. Surya, I'm
I
very,
met
very,
you in Surabaya.
yes.
Very nice. My question is, how do you explain that the Ganga water can kill the fibro-cholera bacteria?
Yeah, this is the scientific study that was conducted. It is available online. It is a study that is conducted by the scientific community using the water from Ganges. The similar kind of test also there on Zamzam water, the water from Japan. There are 4 mountain spring waters in Japan. I can share some of these sources with you, Doctor, directly, no problem.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you so
I
much.
hope I can get that.
Okay.
Second one,
Yeah.
you speak when the disk give energy with frequency. Can you explain more?
Can
Because you
you please
mentioned
repeat?
frequency.
Can you please repeat your question, Dr. Sut?
You mentioned in the talk that the biodisc give energy with frequency. Can you explain more? Because
It is the energy of the minerals
yeah,
and
but
crystals together,
the
right?
energy of
Yeah.
the minerals goes via frequency.
Yeah. Energy is in the form of frequency or vibration. Okay, let me explain to you in a, I mean, as an example. I give you this example easy for you to understand and everybody. Have you guys done an experiment with a magnet and iron? You bring an iron close to the magnet. What happens? Immediately, iron gets attracted to the magnet, right? It gets stick to the magnet, and you leave it for 1 hour. Remove the magnet. This iron piece can also behave like magnet temporarily, but it will behave like a magnet. The process with which it happens is called magnetic induction. That means the energy of the magnet, the energy is nothing but vibration. Magnetic energy or the magnetic field influence the atoms and molecules or subatomic particles of that iron particle, and it restored that energy for some time. But it is not a permanent magnet. It restored or it held that information for some time and it behaved like a magnet, right? Similarly, here the biodisc has minerals and crystals. That energy is already bombarded or already activated with the process technology, which lasts for 30 years. You are bringing in contact or close contact to the water. What happens is this energy can influence the movement of the water molecules inside the glass of water. That means right now they can change the way that they dance inside the glass. That means they dance in a hexagonal pattern right now, and it can hold that pattern for next 10 days. Once you charge the water, the energized hexagonal crystal structure remains for next 10 days. Would you be able to finish that water next 10 days? Of course, easily, right? You can even gulp half a liter of water right away, and you need to drink 3 to 4 liters every day. Yeah. So that answers my question, Surya. You're happy? The energy is vibration or frequency. You can name it however you want.
Okay, good. I will give the time to others and will go back if
Yeah,
there is.
sure.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Surya. No problem. Thank you so much. You can just lower your hand. Then I go to guys. This is your opportunity to ask questions. So please, you can just raise your hand. That means use the reactions button to raise your hand. Kurniavati, yes. How are you? And one more time, it's better to introduce yourself as soon as you unmute so that everybody in the chat knows where are you from. Okay.
Hello, Dr. Safi. I'm
Hello.
Kurniawati from Indonesia.
Okay.
I have 3 questions for you. One, if I like to have juice like berries, various berries, and I put it in the refrigerators, how can it be affected by Amezcua. For example, I can lighten it and put it in the fridge, and how long it lasts.
Okay.
Second,
Okay, let me answer first this question,
okay.
Purnia. There is no such menu that I can provide you about tomato will stay 12 days. A bunch of coriander leaves will stay these many days. No, no, no. The concept here is you need to compare without the biodisc. That means without giving this energy, you know how many days it will take for a certain fruit to last in your refrigerator. And then you can try testing, putting the biodisc closer to it. Washing with the biodisc water or geometry water in your country, it is called geometry. And then put it into the refrigerator next to the biodisc 3. Then you can see the difference in shelf life. Nobody can tell you that, oh, berries will stay 1 month with the biodisc. There is no such research or anything to say. The idea is every single fruit or vegetable has water inside of it. Do you agree? An
Yes.
apple has water inside of it. Even that water, because our agriculture is actually, like agricultural lands are pumped through motor pumps. The water is dead water or distorted water. Ultimately, our fruits also contain the same distorted or dead water. I call it dead because it doesn't have life force energy. It doesn't have that structure which brings the life back. So that fruit or vegetable can easily destroyed by the environmental stressors now turns into structured water when you expose the biodisc, whether it is in refrigerator, whether you're putting directly on top of it, or whether you're using the energized water for washing those fruits and vegetables. You are bringing back the life force energy in that fruit, vegetable, milk, meat, whatever. That one can extend the shelf life.
Okay.
How long? We don't know. You have to
I'm
try by
sorry,
yourself.
Dr. Saifi, I forgot. It's a freezer, in the freezer.
Freezer, never put the biodisc inside. Never put the biodisc inside the freezer, because in the freezer there are minus 25 degrees centigrade and above. It can be minus 30 also. The glass can break. There is a clear
No, I mean,
instruction.
if on the water, before I put in the fridge.
You can energize the water and put it inside. That means you are making ice cubes with the structured water. Absolutely fine. You can do it.
It's not
No
destroy
issue.
the.
Because you are not putting the biodisc, yeah. You are energizing the water and then you are putting that water into the fridge or refrigerator to make ice. It's absolutely fine.
How can we know
What is your next
if
question?
the energy is destroyed if we put in the fridge?
The fridge can hold the energy more than 10 days, but the problem here is you're not supposed to put the disk itself, right? That is
Okay,
absolutely clear, right?
okay.
Yeah. If you make the water and you put it in the refrigerator, it can stay beyond 10 days. It can be 15 days or 20 days, but somebody need to consume it to get the benefit.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Saifi, the second one, if we want the best water, you say like in Ganga or any in the world, we put the Amezcua Biodisc, but we cannot add the minerals, right?
Yes, one of the
It's
factor,
only
yeah,
structure.
it will not add minerals. Okay, that's why our biodisc water is not 100% as the natural water, but we are correcting the area, the aspect of structure. Okay, that means when you select the type of water that you want to energize, it is better to select mineral water and then energize it.
Okay,
If the water
the
has
best one
these,
is we the
take
resource.
mineral
Yeah,
water.
we put.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, thank you. The third one is if
Oh,
I
I think
have
it's too many
fish.
questions already. Yeah, we
Sorry,
need
the
to.
fish. I use the water or regular water from the well. Sorry. But if we want to energize the water, you must put the biodisc inside, or we just.
You can either energize the water outside and fill it, or you can leave the biodisc inside the aquarium. Okay. The beautiful part, when you leave it, you also see that algae formation will be reduced. If you leave the biodisc inside the tank, the fish tank, you will find that the fungus, that algae that grow inside at the bottom of this one also reduces a lot. While the fish enjoys more oxygen, it enjoys fantastic, energy of the water at the same time. You will also find that algae formation reduces in your fish tank. Yep.
Can we add the water that was energized into it?
Can you, once it is fully energized, you can add ordinary water, then it will also become energized. It takes some time, but it'll energize. It's like you're adding water to the milk, it get diluted, but still it is energizes the other portion of non-energized water. You can add, no problem.
Okay, so it affected
It's very effective. Yeah. Putting the
the
biodisc is very effective.
regular water with the energized ones, so it
Yes.
it can contain juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That were 3 questions in one shot. Now we have James, who is actually going to take the question. James, somebody unmute and introduce yourself. I'm sure it is from Nigeria or Ghana, right? Nigeria, I think. Yeah, one person speak and read the question. Yeah.
Please, I want to ask. When you are running a fish pond using the biodisc with chemicals for the fishes. Now, how is it going to be like? Won't the fishes be affected?
There is a doctor by name Dr. Fish in Nigeria. I met him in my last trip in Lagos, remember? He, in 2007, he tested with our biodisc in his fisheries. That means he's one of the scientists. He develops fish ponds and he's very popular. Even the Royal King also knows him in Nigeria. He successfully demonstrated that when you use energized water in the fish ponds, the fish growth rate actually fantastic. The fishes that are dying at the larva stage or at the early stage has significantly reduced, and even the size and the activity of the fishes have improved and all. But we are not selling the biodisc as a fish enhancing product, right? It is for humans first. So we cannot industrialize. That means we cannot actually make a claim that it will help fisheries or fish industry and all this stuff. We keep it to human level. We keep it to our wellness level. If you want to try on your personal interest level, you can do it. Unfortunately, we don't have a big industrial magnet size. Okay. It does help for fishes. I missed somewhere. Okay, but fine. I'll go to Jamani first.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of noise at your place, Jamani. Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
Ghana. Tell me. Ask your question, please.
Okay. My question is, how can one get to know the manufacture date of the Amezcua Biodisc?
Okay. Wellness products doesn't require manufacturing date to be printed on the box, unlike nutrition products like a coffee, tea that you buy, which has got shelf life. Have you ever heard that glass will deteriorate? Nothing. You bury this glass and somebody after 1,000 years digs the soil, you will find the glass exactly the same. Okay, what actually expires is the mineral energy which is enhanced by the technology that we are putting in. That means we are activating the minerals, right? The energy which is expanded right now can last 30 years. After 30 years, the energy goes back to a smaller range. Right now, the energy is bigger range because we activated the minerals and crystals. When it is dropped, it will go back to a smaller range. That is the only thing that is we are mentioning about the 30 years of shelf life. Otherwise, there is nothing that actually gets damaged unless you break it, unless you powder it, unless you drop it. Okay. So that's the reason why this product doesn't require, according to any regulation, it doesn't require to mention the manufacturing date. And let me tell you one thing, Amezcua is the fastest selling brand in QNet. That means if tomorrow we produce 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 pieces of biodisc, it will be sold in like that. That means our stock won't stay in our warehouse and no need to worry whether it is old stock and all. It still works. and we are not at all, like, we are actually lacking the supply of that much. I mean, we need more and more to fulfill the orders, So you're not getting the product which is actually sitting in a warehouse for even more than a month. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oscar, then I'm coming to Dr. Shamshia. Okay. Yes. Who is actually going to ask the question? Oscar, where are you from? Is it Ghana or
I'm from
Nigeria?
Ghana.
Ghana. Okay. Kumasi.
Yeah. No, Koforidua.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a question about Amezcua product Biodisc.
Go ahead.
That is, when someone is suffering from allergic conjunctivitis, can Biodisc help reduce it, and how?
You need to, do you know how to charge the water 10 times? You need to take
Yes.
a glass of water and then pour it and repeat this pouring for 10 times, and take a spray bottle or a mist and fill that spray bottle with the energized water 10 times and spray into the eyes where you got allergic conjunctivitis. Okay. That will clear, that will give energy to the eye. Number one, you can also reduce any kind of swelling that you have, but never shine the BioLite. You know this BioLite? This BioLite should never be shined directly into your eyes, because the light which is coming out of it is so powerful. It can make you go blind if you continuously shine it into your eyes. Okay. You should never shine the light directly into your eyes, but you can energize the water and you can use it as a mist or spray into your eyes to reduce allergy, some irritation, and all of this stuff. Even people with some glaucoma, cataracts also can try spraying into hydrating your eyeballs. Okay. The BioLite can be used at the back of your head. Yeah. Instead of directly in your
Thank you
eyes.
very much. Okay, my second question is, can structured water be taken by pregnant women?
Absolutely safe. In fact, if a woman from the time she's conceived, that means from the time fertilization happens, continuously drinks structured water, the baby born to that mother, we call it bio baby. The baby is bio baby. You know what is the difference of bio baby? They are very, very healthy. Their cognitive function is phenomenal. Their immune level from the childhood itself, you can see it different. The reason why, it's a fantastic story. Yeah? I mean, this is a real science as well. You can verify wherever you want, irrespective of your status. Okay, you listen to the answer, Oscar. It's very interesting. Irrespective, a woman, irrespective of her level, that means her social status, whether a woman who is hungry and not having access to meals couple of times a day, when that woman also gets pregnant, or a very rich woman who's eating very healthy diet, very nutritious diet, gets pregnant, okay, the whole body can be malnourished, but the fetus, the fertilized fetus, right? The fetus where the baby is growing, right? The water inside is 100% structured water. This is God's gift, irrespective of your body status. Now, what you are adding to the body is structured water. That means the woman's body gets structured water, and there is a good supply of oxygen, good supply of nutrition between the mother and baby. Okay. If mother falls sick, baby also get affected, right? If mother maintains her immune system for the 9 months, if mother able to provide the nutrition, have a healthy nutrition going to the baby with the structured water, with the help of structured water, that's why the babies, I call it as bio babies. Okay. That's the difference.
Okay, thank you very much. My third question is,
sorry, cannot be third question. Okay, I have to go to the next person. Sorry, Oscar. Yeah, you will come back if you want. Okay, Dr. Samshia, your turn right now. How are you?
Good morning, doctor. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we missed Dubai actually.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Shamsi. I'm connecting from UAE. First of all, thank you so much for a presentation. But I would like to have a little bit of clarity on the fourth stage, doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. And one more thing I want to share is one of my biodiscs, I keep it in the fridge. And because there were a lot of questions about the freshness and the longevity of the food, that's why I'm sharing this. I had kept fresh milk in the fridge and it lasted for almost 3 weeks. And it
Any
did not
particular
get
vegetable?
spoiled
Any
at
particular
all.
vegetables? Yeah, yeah.
Vegetables, especially the greens. And even the other day I was having a passion fruit. Okay, it was very sour when I had it. I just cut it and kept it on the biodisc for some time. It was the sourness was reduced and it was more palatable and tastier.
Absolutely.
Yeah, greens help me a lot actually. Greens and the fresh milk, no, it stays for a very longer time.
If you say 3 weeks, actually, many of the people
Yeah.
here is like they'll get because hardly 2 to 3 days or 4 days maximum, right? Otherwise,
Maybe if I would have kept it longer, it would have stayed fresh, but I consumed it within 3 weeks.
actually, it's absolutely fine. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your sharing. And what was your question, Dr. Shamshia, about the fourth phase of water?
About the fourth stage. Yeah.
Fourth phase of water basically refers to the structured water, whereas all our regular drinking waters don't have that structure. So if you see Dr. Gerald Pollack's testings, okay, by using various methods, he proved that water can act like a medium that separates ordinary water with the structured water. That means our cells can separate or differentiate between two types of water. When they are given the damaged water, they are not responding very well. But when they are structured, the activity of the cells have gone up. Okay. And you can read the book of Dr. Gerald Pollack. It's available, online. And he also says that sunlight, the infrared light, is also very effective in activating this water. That means water has two components. One is structure. Second one is energy inside that structure. That means when we are exposing ourselves to sunlight or using biolight, the water which is present in our body can act like pockets that is holding the light. So there are two aspects now. One is structuring, one is energizing. And you can get that with BioLight and BioDisc together.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll send you a couple of journals of Dr. Gerald Pollack. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and have a fantastic day. Okay, now I'm coming to Renuka from Nagpur. Is it? Renuka, yes. You can unmute.
Hello, sir. Renuka, I'm from India. My question is, can we put hot water on it?
Like a coffee, tea, like that, yes.
Yeah,
But
plain water also.
I should warn a lot of people from Indonesia. They earlier, without knowledge, I mean, they used to put the biodisc in rice while cooking. Those kind of stuff, please don't do it. You energize the water and use the water for cooking. It's absolutely fine. Okay. But by placing, say, for example, I have a coffee here, which is hot. I can place on top of it like this. Is absolutely fine. As long as the hotness is not such a level where it can break the glass.
Warm, like that.
Yeah.
Not warm.
Warm, lukewarm, even like boiling is fine, but not more than like very high and direct in contact, then it's fine. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we have Soumya Nigam. Yeah. Please introduce yourself, Soumya.
Good morning, doctor. I'm Soumya. I'm basically from Noida, India.
Delhi.
And my question is related to the healing power of biodisc and biolight, both the things.
Both together, yes.
Like we have a lot of people, we have parents who are above 60, right? 60 years of age, 65 years of age, and they have low healing capacity. And they are, you can say they are having sugar, they are having BP, cholesterol, a lot of problem. So how is biodisc or maybe biolight is helping them to improve, or maybe like, does it help or not?
Absolutely.
Second thing,
yeah.
BioLight, how does it work onto the person who has been operated recently? Can we use it?
What kind of a surgery? What is the surgery that happened?
Like my mom had a surgery last year. It was an open stomach surgery. Her intestine was blocked, so part got removed and she got altered everything. And the mesh was being put on.
Yeah.
So can we use that at that point of time or not?
Let me give you a basic understanding of how biodisc water can help elderly people. Okay, now for all the young people, okay, you are already having good energy levels, but today our life is stressful, right? We are having a lot of stress coming from the work, coming from business, all these aspects. So you can see the difference in energy levels are stress management. But for elderly people, they already have suffered or gone through challenges. They are the first set of people to appreciate the changes in their energy levels, because the moment they start drink only structured water, that means you just no need to tell them. Ask your maid how to energize the water 3 times or 6 times, using the funnel, the chunny strategy, take 2 equal size 2 liters of jugs and then one strainer, put the biodisc inside and transfer from one to another 3 or 6 times. Ask them to drink that water. Within 1 week or within 10 days, your parents will tell you that they have very good energy levels to walk, to do their day-to-day activities, because their body is actually looking for source of energy. A younger person is not looking for source of energy, but a elderly body is actually deprived of or dehydrated a lot. So they are very early to respond to the energy differences. Whereas the immune response may take some time. That's why I say 3 to 6 months. Give them 3 to 6 months time. Their body will slowly start to improve on immune system. Younger person may see immediate, but not elderly person can see immediately. Okay. And when they have diabetes, use the BioLite also shining on the pancreas. If they have stomach surgery done, use it on the scar where the surgery is done, because it can remove the scar tissue also. It really depends on case to case, but it will help activating the organ and also removing the scar tissue from there if it is any scar tissues there. And also it gives biophotons. It actually helps our body to regularize the biophotonic emission. These are all benefits, phenomenal in case of elderly persons. I can share my own family testimony when I started, giving the biodisc to my father. Okay. My father passed away in 2020 during the COVID, the first month of COVID. He was 77. But I'll tell you a story of my father, very interesting. Okay. At the age of 10 years, sorry, when he was actually in year 4 or year 6, 10 years age, at the age of 10 years, he born in 1945. Okay. At the age of 10 years, a group of US doctors came to India at the time, because I'm actually from South India, Hyderabad, and they did random tests for tuberculosis. At that time, India was the capital for tuberculosis. Yeah. And doctors found a patch in his right lung, and the doctors immediately performed surgery and removed one lung from my father's. Can you imagine? Removed at the age of 10. And because of that experience, that surgery that was done on him, and one lung is totally removed, he got interested in medicine. He got interested in this entire thing of, understanding medicine. He pursued homeopathy. He did HMDS. At the time, it is called HMDS. Right now, it's called BHMS. And he became a homeo doctor. And he did 40 years of homeo practice, helped so many people in the villages and all this stuff. And when I got introduced to the biodisc first time, 2006, when I first got the biodisc into my hand, I gifted to my parents. They live in a town, which is actually my mother and father only. Okay. I just gave the biodisc to the maid inside, the house, and I told how to energize. I didn't tell my parents. I just told there is a product that came in just now. I'm going to, teach the maid how to do it. You just need to drink only this water. That's it. Okay. And my father, whenever he needs to write the prescription, he has to use the bifocal glasses, right? Only while writing, he need to use. Otherwise, no. He can see all the far objects, but not the nearest ones. And he's on those spectacles for the last 15 years. Okay. This is in 2007. Okay. I gave him the biodisc, asked him to drink, do nothing else. After 1 year, when I went back 2008, okay, and we are just looking in the hospital, like in the clinic. I'm sitting opposite to him, and I never observed. Only that time I observed that he's writing without glasses, and he's doing that for unconsciously, like subconsciously. He don't even realize that he need his bifocal glasses at that point of time, almost like a month onwards. So I asked him, why you're not using your glasses? And he's like, he started, okay, wondering what happened, how I'm not able to use. I mean, I can see everything clearly right now, that kind of this thing. And until he passed away, he never used the bifocal lenses. That means there was never need of it. Okay, it was that accurate. Okay, the beauty of, he died at the age of 77, bless his soul, but he maintained himself throughout the journey. He never had salt in his life. He never ate salt, just because he wanted to live longer to see all of us and all this stuff. So it's your decision also to be healthy. You need to choose the lifestyle. At the same time, our products have very huge impact on the wellness of the people. So you may need to give some time for elderly people, but maintain the protocol. Just continuously drink. BioLite specifically on the area where you need to get
Like the
some
healing,
kind
because
of healing or anything. Yes.
right. Thank you so much, doctor.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I hope.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much. Amos, yeah, we take the 3 questions and then we stop. Yes, go ahead. If you can turn on your camera, even better, Amos. I have already given you access to unmute. Yeah, you just need to click unmute and then you talk, okay?
My question is, can biodisc help fill stroke? If someone is having stroke, can biodisc help fill that one?
I'm not able to hear your question. Does the biodisc help with what?
To heal stroke. Someone suffering from stroke.
Brain stroke.
Stroke. Not brain, stroke.
Anybody understands what he says? I'm not able to catch that last sentence that you said.
The stroke is
brain
like
stroke.
Somebody cannot work.
I know. Brain stroke leading to hand and leg not able to operate, not able to function. It is called brain stroke, okay? If you get heart stroke, you will directly go, okay? Brain stroke, you still can function, but one side of your body gets paralyzed. I shared a link in the chat for my YouTube videos, right? There is a video only on how to practice or how to use BioDisc for brain stroke. Can you go and find that video and watch it? I even made a video on other conditions also, like migraine, headaches and all. Please check your chat, go to the Wellness Wave channel and go through the videos. You have almost all the conditions that are very popular, where you can use the BioDisc to help improve wellness. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, Richard, go ahead, Richard.
All right, Doc, thank you for the opportunity. I want to ask if ear pains, BioDisc water can solve that.
Okay, sorry, I need to mute you because a lot of noise coming from your end. For ear problem, you need to identify first what is the actual problem. If it is something to do with your anatomical arrangement of your middle ear, then you need to first go for surgery. After surgery, you can shine the BioLite, red color, and you can actually shine it to heal or improve the recovery or shorten the recovery, so that you will have better performance of your ear. But if there is an anatomical problem, that means there are 3 bones which are connected to each other. If one link is gone, nobody can do anything, even with the bio water, even with the light. You need to correct anatomical arrangement of our body. Then you can shine the light. You can use bio water, you can shine the light. The same applies to even back pains. Many of you know that sciatic pains, back pains, neck pains and all, they happen because of your bones between the 2 vertebrae bones are actually coming closer, and there is a disc in between that is actually ruptured. BioDisc is not going to separate the bones. It is actually various other modalities that will separate the bones, but you need to strengthen the muscle, you need to hydrate the disc. So you have to use other modalities. That's why our Amezcua products act as adjunctive therapy, means it is the part of the puzzle, okay? Like in a pizza, you take one piece, the other piece also very important to make the circle, okay? So Amezcua acts as one piece. You need still other pieces in order to complete the circle. So for ear pain, make sure that anatomically it is correct. That means structure-wise, there is no damage. Then you can try the BioLite red color, okay? And shine it 2 or 3 times a day. Okay. Dr. Surya, I can talk to you on WhatsApp separately because we already 7:30 right now here. We already crossed 30 minutes on our actual time. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Those who are coming to the event in Thailand, we have a good news. There is special way that you can get your Amezcua products. Contact your appliance. This is the best opportunity where you can get phenomenal, fantastic price. And also, I will be there personally for the 5 days of your, event that is happening in Thailand from day 0 as well. Okay, that means I'm also going to conduct a lot of trainings on day 0. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you soon, either the week on or the coming events. Take care, guys. Bye bye. And I'll share this recording also with your appliance. Bye bye.